This is your moment to maximize. Maximize moments with Milton Audio Experience.
Hey Maximizers, how you doing? Hey, wanted to share some thoughts with you today. I had a good chance to sit down with Dan, What's Inside guy. You see the photos there. I'll put his link below. But wanted to share some thoughts that we had sat down, talked about life, talked about YouTube, we talked about business. And I wanted to share a few things that I learned and hope you enjoy these because they really do line up with a lot of things we've been talking about here on this show with MiltonHerring.com or Maximize Moments with Milton. That really can lead you to having a maximized life and moving from that minimal living to a life maximized. And I really want to let you know that, hey, we're all in the same boat. The principles that are used for success are all the same, and you are worth more than what you think you are. There's so much inside of you that you can get done this year, starting today. But anyways, wanted to share some quick rundown. Number one, be consistent. So Dan and I talked about being consistent. His show has What's Inside, has over, I don't know, millions of subscribers and thousands of viewership every episode. He and his son Lincoln air. If you don't, please check it out. But being consistent was one of those things that came to the top of the list. Do the thing you do day in and day out, whether it feels good or not, you still do those things. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be fancy, just do it. Make a consistent effort, set up a time in your calendar, set up your day, your week, your month to say, you know what, these are the things I'm going to do consistently. As you guys know that I've been working on my health. You've been following me on Instagram or Snapchat or even Facebook, where I've been talking about this challenge that I'm putting myself on and losing 100 pounds in 1 year. And I'm on day, I think, 139 today, whenever you see this. But down 40 pounds, and it's been a consistent effort, not only just in physical life, but the same goes with business, same goes with your profession, same goes with your business or profession. Being consistent means that you will do whatever it takes day in and day out. Yeah, it can be boring, it can be mundane, but I guarantee you this. When you live a life of consistency and you're looking to better yourself, when you get to the point where you feel successful, people will wonder how you did it. They'll want to know, hey, can I do it? And they'll think they can do it overnight, but it's not something you can give them overnight. It's consistent effort, day in and day out, moment by moment, decisions as you rise, decisions as you go to bed, planning the next day, envisioning in your mind, this is what I need to do consistently. And I know you have the ability to do that because I can do it. Dan can do it. We all have the ability to be consistent. It's just really a choice for us to make every single moment. And that's how we maximize it. One of the next key points that Dan and I spoke about and how he really launched his YouTube channel and made it as big as it is, him and his son working on these things, is study your craft. This is really key. Study your craft. Be as knowledgeable as you can about the things that are important to you. Do those things. It's the picking up the phone or turning on the computer and logging on to Google and saying, you know what can I learn today about my craft? Setting up alerts, something that can always feed you about what you need to know to make yourself better. Because think about it. There's this whole big pie that we're part of, and we only know this much a sliver of it. And there's a lot that we don't know that's still left in that pie. And it's up to you and I to dig in and find out the things that we really need to know. That'll help us and better us in our successful area, whatever we choose to be and whatever we choose to do. You can do that. Be consistent and be knowledgeable. Learn as much as you can. One other thing that Dan and I from the What's Inside show is that he talked about do you, and I took these notes down. He says, do you and do what works for you. You've got to be able to do what works for you. We cannot be copycats of everyone else. And we say, hey, I want to be this huge mega YouTube star. I want to make millions of dollars on YouTube, which people do that. But we're not that person. Our path has to be different. It may be different. It can't be duplicated. We can try to duplicate some of those principles and some of those knowledge pieces that we can learn and glean. But we have to be ourselves. Be authentic in who you are. Do what you do is best for you. That feels comfortable for you. That you're not forcing yourself to do something you shouldn't be. Because if you're forcing yourself, guaranteed you're going to be unhappy and unsuccessful in the long run because you're not truly fulfilled and sustained within your own life. So do what you can to do you. Be you and be happy. And here's the fourth thing that Dan and I talked about when it came to just building a successful life. And I'm not talking about business, but just a successful life. You have to do this one. You have to think about the end in mind. What Dan does, he talks about, he says, I think about actually what the thumbnail on YouTube is that's my end goal. I think about the thumbnail and I work my way backwards. It's like just like my own physical self. I think about the six-pack abs and the loss of weight, the shrinkage of clothing, the smaller sizes, the being able to move around without having all that baggage of weight on me. That's my end goal and my end game, and then I work my way backwards. And that's what you and I should do. What's the end in mind? And then plan yourself backwards to find out, hey, this is where I need to start, and this is what I need to do consistently, this is what I need to learn, and this is what I need to do just to be me. Do the best version of you possible. And again, think about the end. Hey, Maximize, this is probably the last thing that I really, out of the 5 that we talked about, is leverage other people. Again, I was speaking with Dan, a What's Inside guy, and he's got millions of subscribers, and he's doing some really cool things. But leverage other people. He talked about he's not the one that can do everything himself. He's got to utilize other platforms. He's got to utilize other services to be able to grow his YouTube channel and come up with ideas and things that you see him doing, and him and his son cutting open. He's having people help him with those things. Corporations, business. Hey, here, do this, try that. He's helping with ideas. Yes, he has to really kind of really craft it himself and be creative himself, but he leverages other people. We can't do this all in a vacuum. It takes people to push us, it takes people to encourage us, and it takes people to speak life into our existence. Remember that. Leverage other people, resources, and things. Well, I hope you enjoyed those 5 keys. If you had a chance to look through those, I really appreciate you sharing and posting this on your social media streams, giving some thumbs ups and comments, and even subscribe. And so thank you for your time. Again, this is Milton with Maximizing Moments with Milton, and you can find me on Instagram, also Facebook and Snapchat under Milton Herring, as well as on YouTube. God bless you guys. Make it a great day. Live a life maximize. Avoid the life minimize. Peace.
Hey, Maximizers, I really appreciate your attention. If you could 5-star this, like it, share, and comment, I would really appreciate that. Be a river, not a reservoir. You guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in ever so often. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.